comes right after you. The M's offense has to be aggressive and make some things happen. He's got an 0.91 ERA in his last 6 starts against the Mariners. And for Mr. Pfister, keep it on the ground. That's his bread and butter. Use that two-seamer and the big slow breaking ball. He had a great start against the Tigers in which he did just that over 6 1/3 innings. Gave up only 2 earned runs. Had a career high of 7 strikeouts. So as we heard the pitching coach Willis talk about, he just wants him to stay right where he's at. Keep doing those things. You don't have to do any more. Don't do any less. Just hope that that basket full of runs shows up.
I like that. It always does on Easter, doesn't it? The bunny's not going to let him. The offense not going to let him down. All right, we are done. Up to the booth. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, hopefully also enjoying their Easter Sunday, guys.
All right, Brett, thank you very much. Happy Easter to you and happy Easter to everybody. The Mariners in good position here to take this series against the A's, but what a challenge it is. But, Mike, let's recap. It's been an interesting couple of 3 days here against the Athletics, and it was started on Thursday. Adam Kennedy, what a run he's on.
Yeah, he's really had a nice homestand so far, and especially in this series. You can see this home run, and then, of course, you back that up with Felix Hernandez, one of the best pitchers in the American League, on the mound.
Then day 2, Kennedy again comes up with a big knock, and then Michael Pineda was the pitching star.
Yeah, he's well on his way, 3-1 now. Michael has been dominant so far early in the season. I think he's exceeded everybody's expectations.
Early in the game here is a bellwether of what was going to happen or not happen. Sean Figgins thrown out at the plate early. That set the tone, and Oakland went on to roll 9-1. What an afternoon and an evening for Kevin Kuzminoff, 2 for 4, 4 runs batted in. Cliff Pennington, 2 for 3. He knocked in 2 runs. My goodness, and this for a team that's really not a big banger ball club.
Yeah, a couple of big home runs ended up costing the Mariners in yesterday's ball game.
There's Michael Pineda and Carlos Piguero, and the boys getting ready as we fired up for an Easter Sunday afternoon baseball game under the roof here at Safeco Field. Glad you're with us here on Root Sports. The Mariners trying to get this series against the A's. And it all starts right after this.
by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By the fast, reliable, secure, heavy-duty internet from Quest. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting Grammy Award winner Randy Travis, June 25th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. And welcome back to Safeco Field. Lookout Landing, to be specific. Tom Glasgow with you from the Northwest Ford Sports Desk as we take a look at today's matchup on the mound for the finale of this 4-game series for the Mariners. It is right-hander Doug Fister coming off a very fine start against the Detroit Tigers. For the A's, left-hander Brett Anderson. You can look at those numbers. They're dazzling, but when Dave Fowley says when you think of Brett Anderson, think of Cliff Lee, that's all you really need to know. There's more on Doug Fister and Brett Anderson and the lineups they'll be facing on this Easter Sunday when the Mariners pregame show continues right here on Root Sports.
As you journey on I-90 towards Soto down here in Seattle, it's Safeco Field, the site for the finale of today's game. The folks making their way in on this Easter Sunday afternoon. There might be thick clouds above, threatening skies, but we have the roof extended as the Mariners and A's teed up for Game 4 of this series. It's a 2-1 lead for the Mariners as they try to win this series against the Athletics. And let's take a look at the starting lineups that Doug Fister will be facing. Mike?
Thank you, Dave. And for Bob Guerin, Coco Crisp, want to keep him off the bases. He had 3 hits in last night's ballgame, caused some problems. And in the bottom of the order, Kuzminoff and Pennington, each with home runs in last night's game. They drove in 6 runs combined. Take a look at the numbers for Doug Fister. 3.60 ERA, 25 innings pitched, 17 strikeouts. He is in desperate need of some run support. And the defense behind him. Michael Saunders will get the start in center field. Ryan Langerhand's out in right. Up the middle, Brendan Ryan back at shortstop. Jack Wilson will be at second base. And behind the plate, Miguel Olivo will do the catching this afternoon.
What an explosion by the offense of the Athletics yesterday, putting up 9 runs on 12 hits. Mariners had 10 hits, but can only plate 1 run as we look at Pfister's numbers. Coming off a very successful outing against the Tigers on Tuesday. There he got plenty of run support.
For Doug, the key, keep the ball on the ground, throw strikes. The A's will try to wait him out, but I think early in the game, if he commands the strike zone, he can get them swinging the bat early in the counts.
A's are 9th in hitting and 12th in runs scoring. And first pitch, a called strike by Brian O'Nora. So we're underway. Ed Hickox, the umpire at first, Corey Blazer at second, Ed Rapuano at third. Chris, line drive base hit. Coco's 20th hit of the season. He's the team leader in that category. Degrees in Seattle.
Couple of fastballs from Doug. Take this pitch right back up the middle, running away from him. So Coco Chris, Mariners did a nice job the first 2 days, and last night was again 3 hits for him. Keep an eye on him over at first. He likes to run.
He has done a terrific job, tied with Sam Fuld with 7. Top of the American League. Here's Derek Barton. Barton 0 for 3 last night. Mariners had the Athletics shut out for 18 consecutive innings, and going back to the Detroit series, the Mariners had run up 24 scoreless innings. Then in the third, A's got on the board. Strike 1. Doug Fister 4-3 in 8 games against the Athletics at 2.93 ERA. And he did go, says Ed Rapuano. Nice job by Olivo to ask for some help.
Take a look at it. Awfully close. Doug Fister will agree with that.
He'll take it. Fister 3-1 at Safeco with 2.73 ERA against his Athletics. Ryan will get 1. Chris to second base. Bring up David DeJesus, batting third tonight. He was off last night. Friday night, David went 1 for 4. Look by Fister with man at second base. Ball 1 to DeJesus. Caught him at that unique moment we saw last night. Coco Chris looked like he was going to score from second, and peripherally he saw third base coach Mike Gallego giving the stop sign to the trail runner. Coco read it, stopped at third, wound up costing him a run. Final analysis, it was all A's though last night.
Yeah, at that time though, it looked like it might be a big run that the A's weren't able to score. Didn't turn out that way. I'm sure that he had that discussion with Mike Gallego and they have it figured out.
Up high, 2-1. Interesting contrast that you have with this Mariner pitching staff. You got the 2 fireballers, Felix Hernandez and Pineda, and then you come back with Vargas, who's not a big thrower, at about 89 yesterday, and Fister in the same neighborhood here today. You're an everyday player. That's an interesting 4 days.
So buckle up on the first 2 days, and most nights didn't work out that way for Jason last night, but most nights it's a comfortable over. You don't have to worry about putting it in play. He wants you to, but it's usually a ground ball to the shortstop. And Doug is hoping for the same.
Jason Vargas, Eric Bedard. Fly ball. Center field. Left center. Saunders puts it away. 2 outs, man at second. That'll bring up Josh Willingham. Willingham, the A's home run leader with 3. And his 10 RBI. RBIs are second to Hideki Matsui, who has 11. Strike one to Josh. 1 for 5. Last evening, base hit to center field. The thing you like about some of the profile of Doug Fister for this season, yes, he's had a 1-3 record, a 3.60 ERA, pitched a couple of good games, probably deserved better fate, but he's got 17 strikeouts against 5 walks. That's been his modus operandi. He does not walk people. And that hit Willingham. And now the A's have runners at first and second. 2 outs. Let's take a look at our Geico quote. Brendan Reiner, shortstop, and playing behind Doug Fister. He says, listen, I love playing behind him. He works quick, and defenses love that. And he's a little fiery. When you get a double play situation, he's pounding his glove saying, hey, the ball's coming to you. I like that. I'm like keeping the defenders on their toes, ready to work. So a hit batter. Here's Matsui. Strike one to Hideki. 4 for 10 against Doug Fister. Hideki on the season, 236. 2 home runs and 11 runs batted in. Mariners have kept him quiet thus far in the series. Breaking ball, good one. 0-2.
Doug, 90 miles an hour. That's about the tops for him. He'll typically, his fastball will be in the 88-mile-an-hour range.
The 0-2 to Matsui. He checked his swing, did he? Got on Ed Rapuano. He says he did. 1-2.
You know, it's interesting what Brendan Ryan was saying. Working fast, knowing you're going to get ground balls. I think as far as the infielders are concerned, with Doug on the mound and Vargas also, for that matter, if you're anticipating that the ball is going to get hit to you, or at least has a chance every single pitch that he's going to throw, keeps you on your toes. Where we've seen some pitchers, not with the Mariners, but it take a long time in between, and that gets frustrating. You end up on your heels. Guys throwing a lot of balls, not, you know, pounding the strike zone.
Find yourself sometimes just rock it back, and if
it's Easter. I wonder how dinner's going to be.
Yeah,
Hope the ham's good tonight. Okay, here we go. You know,
throw the dang ball.
Yeah.
2-2. Checks his swing. That's got to be frustrating because, you know, as sports consumers, it's frustrating to watch. So you're down there playing. It must really be a killer.
It is. It is.
Full count to Matsui with 2 on. Crisp at second. He was going nowhere for the moment. Be taking off on this 3-2 offering. Here we go. 3-2 to Matsui. Runners go. Hammered down the line. Foul. Got a pitch up in his eyes. Pretty good bet he won't see that pitch again.
Not in that location. He's been a good RBI man for a lot of years in this league, and you make mistakes in the middle of the plate, it will still hurt you.
Outstanding situation guy as we've seen the last few years. World Series MVP a couple of years ago. Runners go. That's hit on the butt. Finds a hole. Base hit. Crisp scores easily. Willingham holds at second. The A's have a 1-0 lead on a 2-out single by Hideki Matsui. His 12th RBI. Increases his team lead to 2 over Willingham.
Take a look at the location of this pitch. It's a breaking ball that hangs. Matsui stays with it, pulls it in the home because it was a 3-2 count with 2 outs. Coco Crisp on the move, scores easily. Probably scores anyways with his speed.
I'll bring up Mark Ellis, the second baseman. 1 for 4 yesterday. For 12 in the series. Fouled into Olivo's glove. Strike 1. Breaking ball. 0-2.
Well, 22 pitches for Doug here in the first. Seems like that's been a little bit of a trend in this series with all the starters. The first, second inning, guys, pitch counts are running up on them, and it's kind of typical of the A's too. They're a patient club.
Strike 3 called. Ellis can't believe it. That'll do it for the A's here in the first inning. An RBI by Matsui makes it 1-0 Oakland on Easter Sunday here in Seattle. Ichiro about to get things started here for the Mariners. Let's take a look at the rest of the Mariners starting lineup.
Hitting third, Milton Bradley back in the lineup, playing left field today. Good to see him in the lineup. Kennedy, the hot hitter for the Mariners, he will hit fifth. Saunders, Wilson, and Langerhounds round out the 9.
Mariners got some work to do against Brett Anderson, one of the premier left-handers in the American League. A 1-1 record in his first 4 starts, a 1.63 ERA. And he does work quickly. Ichiro DHing today. So look at the profile of Mr. Anderson.
The interesting number for me in that is just 3 walks for him. 27 in the 3rd innings pitched this year. 3 walks. That's something he certainly has improved on.
2-1. Up and in. He stuck it to Boston in his last start. Went 8 innings, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. His slider was almost perfect against lefties and righties. 3-1. Bunt laid down. It may work. It will. Base hit Ichiro. Kuzminoff knew he had to hold on to it. Nice job by Ichiro. Surprised everybody.
Not sure why Kuzminoff was playing so deep. Typically with Ichiro at the plate leading off the game, they'll play in on the grass with him. He notices it, lays down a nice bunt. No chance.
Good start here for the Mariners. Brings up Sean Figgins. Ichiro 7 out of 8 base stealing. That's what he did mention against the Red Sox the other day. Sox a good hitting ball club. Runner goes out of getting picked off. Barton's throw. Oh, it hit him in the back. He's safe. That didn't feel good, but the Mariners catch a break.
They'll take it. Stolen base for Ichiro. There we go. First move, and then Barton. You can see the infielder on the inside part of the grass. Let's see where this one hits him, right in the backside. We'll end up with a stolen base.
Number 8, chance for Figgins to pick him up. And at the corners now. Shows bunt, takes a ball.
Corners, they're really cheating in. I like it.
1-1.
Have to at least keep them honest out there, Dave. They get so close on top of you. See if you can move them back by hacking away.
A little scary when the guy decides you're.
It'll slow you down.
75, 80 feet away, and hey, guess what? I'm swinging away.
It will slow you down. That's all you're looking for.
But very effective. Good job by Figgins. Well done as Ichiro gets a third. Beautifully done.
Perfect execution. You want to bunt it to third with a runner on second base, and the next thing is you want to bunt it firmly so you make the third baseman come up and field it. That's exactly what Figgins does. A little bit of small ball here by the Mariners early in the game, maybe manufacturing a run.
First sacrifice of the season for Figgins, 7th by the team. Sets it up for Milton Bradley. Sat out last night's game. Started Friday night and was lifted because of some sore lower back pain. If you've ever been there, that is not fun. Milton, the team RBI leader with 10. Mariners with the chance to take this series 3-1. You can see Milton still has the earplugs in. Takes a pitch in the outside corner from Anderson. Ball and 2 strikes. Milton 2 for 8 career against Brett. Breaking ball hit on the ground to Ellis. That'll get the run in. We'll get a tied ball game. Milton Bradley. The ground out ties it up here in the first inning. Milton's 11th RBI, 2 down. So Ichiro with a bunch of stolen bases, sacrificing an infield out. Comes all the way around. Bradley's 11th RBI. Here's Miguel Olivo trying to get him on track against left-hand pitching. He's batting in a 4-hole. And extra time is granted. A couple of nights ago, Olivo crushed one to center field. And it was eventually caught. And he was very frustrated as he worked his way back to the dugout. Then what, later on in the game, he hit another ball hard right at somebody.
That was a line drive. Yeah, it was a frustrating night for him. Hit it hard a couple of times and walked away with nothing. Get the early part of the season, you'd like to see some of those dropped in for you.
Eric Quinn yesterday was funny. He says, "Hey, don't tell me about they're going to even up. They're going to average. I want that hit now."
That's exactly. That's it. That's the truth.
Don't give me that. Come on, it'll even out later on in August, September.
Would you rather hit one hard and have the center fielder catch it, or hit one off the thumbs and watch it hit the right field chalk? You know,
he was
take the hit.
He had me cracking up talking about it. I don't want to hear that garbage.
Every hitter feels that way.
Get out of here. Don't ever try to sue the major league hitter with that one.
No. Won't go well for you.
Because the response may not be very kindly. Olivo's worked the full count. Tell you what, Miggy does hit one here as he walks. If he does get a home run here, Safeco field it for his first one. If he wants to take an hour and a half to go around the bases, I'll give him that one.
Well, he will. It'll warm up.
He's the offensive star of the last, about the last week or so.
Yeah.
Adam Kennedy.
Adam hitting .326 coming into the game. A couple of home runs.
One Adam. A little foul. I think it's one of the ultimate compliments you can get as an athlete in this game at his stage in his career, when they describe you, oh yeah, good guy, a professional. And guys say it with such respect and almost endearment. I love the way this guy goes about it. Takes a called third strike here, but he's had an outstanding week. Good news, Mariners do tie it on the Milton Bradley ground out as Ichiro working his way around the bases. 1-1 ball game as we head to the second inning. As the Mariners try to win this series against the Athletics. They won the first two, lost last night. I'd love to get this one. Their record right now 8-14. Oakland at 10-11. bottom third of the order. Landon Powell, Kevin Kuzminoff, and Cliff Pennington. Powell, the backup catcher. Give Kurt Suzuki a day off.
I've seen the replay of Suzuki's play on the relay about 3 or 4 times since we saw it in the game last
first
night.
inning, yeah.
In the first inning last. That was a nice play. You won't see many better than that. That was a tough throw to handle.
And to get the throw,
and had to pick it. It was it was a kind of not really a short hop, almost an in between hop. He made a nice catch, and they have to come all the way back around to the backside of the plate to make the tag on Figgins. That was a nice play.
And he'd done a nice job cutting off the front part. Figgy tried to go backside, and as he leaned over, he got a really good tag on him.
Nice
Very
play.
well done. Landon Powell, a .214 hitter a year ago, and part-time duty, 41 games. Foul again. Doug Fister's ahead, 0-2.
Doug will need a quick inning here. 24 pitches in the first inning.
Fister coming off a strong outing against Detroit, against Cleveland here. He strikes out Powell for the first out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Doug. See him going here. 1-3 with a 3.60 ERA.
This is a changeup. Runs away from Powell. He's out in front of it.
Good movement.
Yeah, nice circle change.
Kevin Kuzminoff coming off a huge night. Broken bat, Looper. Kennedy, does he have a chance? No. Good effort. Kuzminoff last night 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, knocked in 4. RBI single in the 4th, 3-run homer in the 6th. Oh, 2. Off the fist. Ryan's going to have to hurry. Pull Kennedy off the bag. Ball was there in time, but had to pull Adam off the bag. Base hit for Kuzminoff.
Brendan knew that he had to hustle, tries to get rid of it quickly, and he's able to do that. The throw's just high, pulls Adam off the base.
To bring up Cliff Pennington, bottom of the order last night for the Athletics. 6 for 15, 7 runs scored, 6 runs knocked in. Suzuki, Ellis, Kuzminoff, and Pennington last night. A lot of good work here by Pennington. Runner goes. Throw down by Olivo. Not in time. Stolen base for Kuzminoff. But Kuzminoff, his second stolen base of the year, hasn't been caught yet.
That's a little bit strange. It was certainly a hit and run. I'm not sure. Take a look at it. It was inside. Tries to get a piece of it, protect the runner. And Olivo started to go towards first, it looked like. Yeah.
That's what he did.
He saw the big lead, so he'd made up his mind he was going to try to pick him off. In the meantime, Kuzminoff just kept running. That's the reason why Olivo bounced it down to second base.
He did well to do that on a quick reload.
Yeah, yeah.
Pennington 0 for 2 here. 0-2 rather, beg your pardon. 1 out runner at second. 2. Six men came to the plate in the first inning. And Fister snags this one. He's got the runner hung up. He's out. Nice play by Doug Fister. And then a throw over to first just for giggles. They almost got Pennington. So 1-6 on the putout. Good play by Fister.
Yeah, nice job fielding. It sees the runner off the base. Brendan Ryan with a quick tag. So Kuzmanov maybe had his hand back in there. No, just gets him and then flips it over to first just in case. Pennington able to beat it out.
2 outs, runner at first now. Back to Coco Crisp. Led off the game, base hit to center. Moved to second on a ground out, scored on a Hideki Matsui single to right. Pennington 4 out of 6 in base stealing. Second on the club to Coco Crisp, who has 7. Way inside. He'll do that a lot now. As he continues to grow as a pitcher. Based on what we saw last year, he's done a little bit more of that this year.
I think he has too. He's trying to open up the outside part of the plate, moving guys around.
Gets away, runner advances. Here's the throw. Looks good. Oh, couldn't hold on. It was there in time. Wild pitch gets Pennington to second.
See Pennington take off as soon as he sees the ball. Nice recovery by Miguel. Strong throw, and that's something that Brandon, he'll take a look at that. He knows he should come up with it.
See how strong Olivo's arm is? He was already exactly. Didn't have time to step. Just reared back and threw it down there. 2-0. Foul ball. Ty Waller makes a stop. Former Cub. One pitch. Now 2-2. A bit of mini Joe Morgan flap with that back arm there. Joe Morgan had a very exaggerated. He wanted to keep that back arm, that left arm, keep it tucked. And he used to flap that baby like he was giving semaphore or something.
One of my all-time favorites.
Little Joe. Hall of Famer, good guy. 2-2. Two outs. Fister's run a 3-2 count to Crisp. Derek Barton's on deck. 1-1 ball game here in the second. Pitch. Line drive left field. Bradley's there for the catch. That'll do it for the A's in the second. Coming up for Seattle, Ryan Saunders and Wilson in a 1-1 contest. Allard and his wife Grace, their sons Ben and Sam. And Chris is going to be leaving us here at Root Sports. Been with us for 9 years. We've enjoyed traveling with him over the last 4. He's moving on to other pursuits. And Chris and Grace, Ben and Sam, all the best. Godspeed.
Yeah, he's been a good friend to all of us and Canada.
Brendan Ryan taking a little tutorial from Chris Chambliss and Robbie Thompson before yesterday's game. He had yesterday off. During batting practice, they were working with Brendan's hand location. Chris Chambliss had gone back and looked at Brendan's 09 tapes when he hit 293 with the Cardinals and saw that his hands were a little bit higher. And they wanted him to fire out and get on top of the ball a lot better than he has been of late. So Brendan said, hey, it's a good catch. So he's very aware of it. Chris Chambliss in his first year as the hitting coach here with the ball club. He's had a lot of success where he has been as a hitting coach as well. 1-2.
It's all about getting yourself in a good position to hit. He was also kind of leaning back a little bit for a while. Remember that?
Yep.
Not doing that anymore either.
Breaking ball down low. 2-2. Babyface Brett Anderson out of Stillwater, Oklahoma. The 2-2. Ryan's run a full count. A 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Brett Anderson. One down here in the second. Next installment of the popular Little League Poster Series is Sunday, May 8th, when the Mariners square off against the White Sox. All kids 14 and under take home a poster of Mariner pitcher Jason Vargas. For tickets, visit mariners.com. There's Michael Saunders. Yesterday, third inning, he had doubled, and he lays down a bunt. Kuzminoff was in close, throws down, gets him. They've seen that before. 2 down. Saunders never was thrown out at third. Man, what's up with that? I really thought he could get. I really thought I could get the bag. The pitcher was not paying attention to me at all. I knew I could get it. I didn't get it. Lesson learned. So I said, was it a long walk back to the dugout? No, some of the guys brought my glove after.
Fortunate.
Here's Jack Wilson.
Well, I mean, sometimes you make those mistakes and you really don't need anybody to tell you. Everybody in the ballpark knows it. You know, you just kind of lesson learned, move on.
Jack Wilson, 1 for 4, got a huge 2-out RBI in the second, and he had done it the night before as well. That's the pitch that Anderson was wearing out the Red Sox right-handed hitters with in his last start. 1-2. And 1-2-3 inning for Brett Anderson. Strikes out 2 runs. His game total to 3. It's a 1-1 ball game as we head to the third.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Good crowd, good eats at the Hit It Here Cafe. Folks having their Easter brunch at the ballpark. Glad to have you with us here in this 1-1 ball game as we begin the third inning. Doug Fister's going to face 2, 3, and 4 in the A's lineup. Derek Barton, David DeJesus, and Josh Willingham. So far, Josh has given up a run on 3 hits, struck out 2, hasn't walked anybody. Lifted to left into the gap. Milton Bradley tracking. He's got 1 out. Get back to that in a second. Brett Anderson doing a nice little roll here. He struck out 3 of his last 4 hitters. And we're going to get it fired up. We're going to show you some super slow-mo of some pitchers and how they grip certain pitches. Always fascinating to get real close. Get a good eagle-eye view of that as DeJesus takes a strike. Flied out to center his first time. One. Mariners play DeJesus a couple of steps towards left with Saunders. And they leave a big gap between Saunders in center and Langerhans in right. Ichiro DHing today. Mariners will use tomorrow as a travel day to get to Detroit. 3 there and then 3 in Boston. 2-1 time is called and granted. Tuesday, Felix Hernandez against Phil Koch. Mariners lit up Koch the other day. Things did not go better with Koch that night. Eric Bedard, Justin Verlander, and then Michael Pineda and Brad Penny for the Detroit series. 2-1. Popped up. Figgins might it come back to him. It does. 2 outs. Two outs here in the third. Doug Fister. See what he does for his fastball here.
Take a look at the grip. There you go. It's a little bit different. It's 2-seam fastball. It's a little bit farther down on the seams than normal, but that's the reason why he gets that good movement running away from the left-handed hitters.
Good look from our Ultra Mo camera. Ooh, jeez, did that hurt? Left shoulder. Second batter. Second time he's hit Willingham. I don't believe there's any past history there.
No,
and that just flat got away from him.
And you can see Miguel set up inside. They want to go inside.
Right on the W.
Yeah. That'll bite you. It's never good when you hit by a pitch and the ball is in the field of play. Not a glancing blow at that point. If it skips off and heads up to the backstop somewhere, you're going to be fine. But when it goes straight back out toward the field of play, that one caught him solid. Have a nice bruise, maybe some seams in there.
Get him to autograph it later. Here's the dangerous Hideki Matsui 3-2 pitch in the first inning with 2 outs, an RBI single.
Talking about no history. If he drills him again next time, he might not like the autograph he delivers.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5-knuckle autograph too. Man, dude, I was in the other league. I don't even know you.
What gives? Nice changeup. See that a lot with Doug and his changeup. If he starts it inside, a lot of pitchers a little dangerous for them. But if you start inside, you can lock up the hitter and he'll run it back on the corner. Take a look at this changeup. Almost a split.
Interesting to know what type of pressure he's putting on those two fingers too.
Yeah, probably depends on which way he wants it to go, whether he wants it to move back onto the plate or.
Hit hard down the line, foul ball. Solid contact by Matsui, 2-2. All right, give it to little Johnny there. Happy Easter. Two outs and a runner at first in a 1-1 game. I always get a kick out of watching Matsui when he's up at the plate as he double checks where the label is. It's like you've had a bajillion at bats. You don't know where the label is?
Hey, just making sure. You're not going to be happy if you hit it on the barrel, but
his routine, he does the same thing every. I'm just watching him when he's with the Yankees. See,
I'm sure he's not actually even seeing the label at that point.
Absolutely. Good pitch, strikes out Matsui, and ends the top of the third. That's the third strikeout for Fister. Nothing across for the Athletics. Angry with himself for hitting Willingham. It's 1-1. Ball game, bottom of the third here at Safeco Field with the roof extended on a cool Sunday afternoon here in Seattle. Here's Ryan Langerhans to lead it off. Up the middle, seeing eyes. Yes, sir. Base hit. Langerhans batting in a 9-hole, playing in right field as Ichiro is DHing. Combine that with tomorrow's day off, keep him off his legs.
And I like the idea of him being aggressive. Anderson only 4 walks, one of them in this game when he walked Olivo. 4 walks on the season. He's going to be around the plate. Why not? Be aggressive.
It struck out 3 of the last 4 hitters. That's the second hit of the ball game for the Mariners. First hit was delivered by Ichiro. Terrific punt of Kuzminov. Surprisingly enough, playing back, dropped it right in front of him for a base hit. Strike one. He's pitching #1 in the American League, ERA at 2.53 ERA. faithful with the itchy meter. Ready with another digit. Wants to turn it over to 30. Looking to get one through the hole. Ellis goes for the lead runner and just got him. Nice play by Ellis. Gets it to Pennington for the force.
Ellis, the veteran second baseman, comes over, knows he has time, doesn't rush it. Easy throw for Pennington to handle.
One out. Ichiro at first on the fielder's choice. Sean Figgins will be the hitter. Delivered his first sacrifice of the season back in the first inning. Got Ichiro from second to third. Ichiro stolen base in the first, and Anderson basically had it picked off. The throw from Barton hit Ichiro in the left buttock. Sean not having a lot of laughs when he looks at that batting average up on the board at 167. Looking for Surge. Foul ball. 1-1.
See this very often, but this is a knuckle curveball. You can see his index finger right there on the seam, right over the top. 12-6 rotation. It's a popular pitch by Mike Mussina. The knuckle curve.
Remembered well. Mike's from north central Pennsylvania, up near Williamsport, where they play the Little League World Series. 1-1. Mussina, for as great a career as he had, he never won 20. Won 19 about 5 or 6 times.
Really? I thought he did one year.
Double check that. I don't think he did. We'll double check. Could be wrong. I know that was something they were waiting for him for a long time. 2-1 to Figgins. Dropped it in there for called strike 2.
He ended up retiring and taking it to the house, and he probably could have kept on going.
How about that, right?
Yeah.
He had something left. Pretty good career. Very good career.
Yes, very good career.
2-2, and Ichiro chase back. Final year, that's what it was. It was final year.
Wins 20 and
he
goes
won 20.
home.
He won 20.
How about that? Win 20 and go ahead.
Check, please. Good night, everybody.
I'll say he had something left.
270 career wins from Mussina, a little dribbler. Anderson steps and throws. He had a play the other day in Boston against the White Sox earlier, where he went to step and throw, stubbed his front foot, and bounced one in there. The guy got on the board with an E1. I say that because of Dave Henderson over on the radio side today, and he is constantly ranting that pitchers are not athletes. So I go into the Detroit clubhouse the other day and told that a little anger from Phil Koch and Justin Verlander, who heard Mr. Henderson's comments.
Didn't like it, huh?
No, I didn't like it. I was told, well, they may mistake you for Dave Henderson. I said, nah, come on, it can't be that bad. Bradley, RBI ground out, brought home the Mariners' only run. Hitting the count 2-0. Bradley is 2 for 9 career against Anderson. This one to Ellis again. That'll do it for the Mariners. They get Ichiro to second. That's it. One hit, nothing across. 1-1 ball game. Series here on Easter Sunday. And if you remember the June Taylor dancers, they were never seen in ultra mold like this. They were the dancers on the old Jackie Gleason show with Sammy Spear and his orchestra. Good night, everybody. Odd Connie, Jane Kane. Mark Ellis, the hitter. Struck out looking his first time. Ellis, Powell, and Kuzminov here in the fourth. Pfister with 3 strikeouts hasn't walked anybody. He has, however, hit Josh Willingham not once but twice. Need Buckler there. Miles. Got him fishing. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Pfister. 4 on the game. 1 out here in the fourth. Time for our AT&T trivia question. What year were Peeps created? And I've got 2 words for you. No clue. A, B, C, or D to 95323. This was poker. I'm out.
One of my favorites. 1953, Dave.
That's a good year, pal. That's a very good year. Landon Powell swings and misses. Those are Peeps. Jen Mueller was, I don't know how that came up in a conversation yesterday, but it did. And I didn't get it at first. Then I saw it. And then I remember, oh, sure. Powell, switch hitter. 1-1. Right to Adam Kennedy. 2 outs. Well, tell your dentist to look the other way. Here's some candy facts. Second most important candy eating day is Robbie Hinsby jelly beans. Halloween number 1, of course. 7 billion pounds of candy will be consumed today, and 76% of Americans think chocolate bunnies should be eaten ears first. Wow, that's really getting detailed.
How else are you going to eat it? You have to go ears first, don't you?
First thing that breaks off, not necessarily the ears. Kuzminov with an infield hit and a stolen base thus far. Big breaking ball misses. First time we saw Kuzminov when he opened the season up in Oakland, he had a tough afternoon fielding. A couple of afternoons, boy, he had some rockets hit at him.
And actually known as a solid defender.
Very. 3-1. He's aboard with Pfister's first walk. 2 outs here in the fourth. Friday, May 6th. Mariners meet Ozzie Guillen and the White Sox for the first 25,000 fans. They're going to take home an Ichiro hit counter bobblehead. It's courtesy of Root Sports. It's a unique bobblehead that comes complete with a hit counter to track Ichiro's future milestones. And get your tickets. You know where to go. Mariners.com/tickets. Ichiro 1 for 2 today. Pick 1 to Cliff Pennington. 0 for 1. Pennington, like Powell, a switch hitter, along with Coco Crisp, all three in the lineup today. 2-1. Pennington, 200 hitter left-handed, 417 right-handed. Kuzminov back safely. One stolen base thus far. Fister now 3-1. Got the first two outs. A walk, and now he's way behind. Time's called. Three 1 pitch. Fly ball, right field. Langerhans coming in. And the third out is in the books. To the home fourth. Mariners have Olivo, Kennedy, and Ryan. 4, 5, and 6 coming up here on Easter Sunday.
Sports is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now, get the All-American Jack Combo with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax, and by AT&T. Back to the booth, we rejoin Dave Sims and Mike Flowers. Guys,
Tomas, thank you. Miguel Olivo to lead it off. A lot of families here in the ballpark enjoying some Major League Baseball this afternoon as Olivo looks at strike one. Miguel a walk in his first at bat. Anderson's shown that terrific pitch, that slider down and in. The right-hand hitters tendency to look for that early and maybe move up in the box a little bit.
I think you need to jump on his fastball. Try not to let him get to it. See that last pitch, Miguel disagreeing. Home plate umpire Brian O'Nora thought the pitch was outside, and it looks like it was.
1-2. Bounced up there.
Sometimes pitchers will have pitches, Dave, and they fall in that can't hit it anyways category. May as well look for something else.
Break ball up high.
And at times his slider is that good.
And Miguel can put a charge into one. 3-2. Struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Anderson. He's walked one, giving up a run on 2 hits. Time now for AT&T trivia question. Answer what year were Peeps created? 33, 53, 73, 83. I took myself out of the running. I should have gone with what you said, Mike, 1953. As the song goes, it was a very good year.
Nicely done.
Adam Kennedy struck out looking. Off the fist down to Kuzma. A lot of English on that one. 2 outs. This kid can pitch. No surprise he signed him to a 4-year contract. This is year 2 of that contract. Takes him through 2013. The club option 14 and 15.
Yeah, they've also tied up Cahill, Trevor Cahill. We saw him. I imagine Gio Gonzalez will be next in line.
How many commas and zeros do you need, boys? That's a good looking staff. One of the few occasions we missed Gio Gonzalez. Ooh, hit him in the back. They probably thought that was not unexpected, given that Willingham's been plunked twice by Pfister.
Well, sometimes you make a statement. We were talking about Doug pitching inside, and he's been doing more of that. That's okay, but when one guy gets hit his first 2 times up, just to let you know we can do that too. Brendan knows that's what's going on.
What was I just talking about? I know for years ago the late great Larry Doby told me this, but somebody else we were near somebody recently. Oh, Frank White was talking about that. And their generation of hitting. That was Ray Fosse. That's what it was. And it was the first night in with the series, and Ray was talking about certain times when you know you're going to be hit, so don't be surprised. All right, back in their day, it's a little bit different now.
Yeah, I think they had a better idea of when it was coming back then. Nowadays, nobody likes it. They don't do it quite as much, and guys don't know how to, quite frankly.
Derek Barton, as we're having this discussion in the clubhouse, Saunders off his fist. Pennington throws him out. Barton was a gape and a gas that, really, that's how they did it back in the day. And Ray says, you're darn right. Are you kidding me? 1-1 game. Here at the ballpark. Folks on spring break. Good to have them here watching Mariner baseball. 1-1 game, top of the 5th. Coco Chris. Strike 1. 1 for 2, runs scored. Pfister, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Doug's done a nice job. First pitch strikes, 19 batters faced, 12 first pitch strikes for him.
Whoa. Brian O'Nora bent down, took a good look at that one, and still called it ball 2. Into the gap. Coco Crisp can run all the way to the track. He's going to dig for 3. Here's Jack Wilson with the relay. It is not in time. A triple for Coco Crisp, leading off the A's 5th. 3rd triple this season. Coco Crisp.
Take a look at it. This is a changeup in the middle of the plate. Problem is he leaves it up and he hits it hard. Everything is perfect on the relay. We'll hit the relay man Jack Wilson perfectly, gets in good position and makes a strong throw into 3rd, but the speed of Coco Crisp a little bit too much. You get out in that right center field gap out there where Dave's sign is, and somebody with the speed of Coco, he's going to make it into 3rd.
Now Derek Barton 0 for 2. Lead run at 3rd. Kennedy, nice job. 1 out.
That's a really nice play. We've seen him throw some leather around this week also. We keep talking about his hitting. He's done a nice job over at first base.
Flowers, I hate to interrupt you. I saw you jump there. It's nice.
Hi, Jen. I didn't expect you to be in the booth.
You heard the
That's
voice?
because I'm very stealthy with a few peeps,
yeah,
and some rally fries for your birthday.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
When your teams played, you were 4-0 on your birthday. Does that sort of luck translate to the Mariners?
Well, I hope so. The problem was I was also 1 for 12 in those games.
We were ignoring that part of it. Come on.
I'm not worried about it. Thank you very much.
Well, best wishes for a happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Happy
I appreciate
birthday.
that. Thank you.
Caught you by surprise. You're blushing. I like it.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
And my peeps.
You got your peeps.
Got my peeps. I'll take them to the kids. Look, somebody took one of them.
Hey. Got intercepted on the way up. Infield hit close. 2-0 to De Jesus. Yeah, you heard her voice. The next thing you know, she's right on top of you.
Yeah, I was expecting to look down there in the camera. Well, somewhere, where is she? Usually we get a heads up. Here comes Jen. Yeah, no.
Bubba,
That's
can you
great.
stick your head out?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And Bubba, just want to know if you were the interceptor on this one. Stick your head out. What do we got, dude?
Where is he? No.
They get picked off.
That's
By the way.
where one of the peeps went and a couple of those fries. That's all right.
3-0 to De Jesus. Happy birthday. Many happy returns.
Well, thank you.
Very welcome. In there for strike 3 and 1. So the wife and the brute, they got anything special for you or what?
My daughter told me that I have a chocolate cake waiting for me. It's my favorite.
Ooh,
so
like a 7-layer deal, something like that, one of those big boys.
And
I know you're good for it.
I'm in.
Popped up. Figgy's got a beat on it. Big out.
So far, Doug's made it through the toughest part, running around 3rd with nobody out. Gets the next 2 hitters, see if he can finish it off.
Second time he's popped up to Jesus. First time fouled, both times fouled to Figgins. And according to breaking news, the investigator of the I-team is reporting that Bubba did not, repeat, did not get the first peep. Well, we still have multiple suspects. I think Mr. Pfister will try to retire Mr. Willingham and probably do it by staying away from him. He came inside and hit him the last 2 times up. We're told that Michael Saunders did the pilfering.
I don't blame him for liking the peeps.
No, not at all. Coco Crisp at 3rd, a leadoff triple. Pfister trying to keep it a 1-1 game here in the 5th.
Nice pitch. Behind 2-0, comes back with a changeup.
Two-one. Paint job. 2-2. Pfister strike away from getting out of the jam here. Cunningham, first year with the Athletics, coming over from the Washington Nationals. 16 homers, 56 RBI last year, 24 and 61 the year before. Big spot here at 2-2. Fly ball center field for Saunders. He still has the peep in his pocket. So Chris with a leadoff triple, and they make him a visitor. Very comfortable, adequately attired here at Safeco Field. 54-degree afternoon. Jack Wilson leading off. Wilson, Langerhans, and Ichiro. The bottom of the fifth. 2 hits for the Mariners. Ichiro has one. Langerhans has the other.
Some fancy pitching by Doug Fister in the last inning.
That's as big a spot as he's been in all season too. Boy, that was good.
In a 1-1 ball game.
Lead off triple.
Yeah, exactly. He, looking at his ERA coming into the game, you know he's not going to give up much.
Foul ball, says Ed Rapuano. 1-2. Jack struck out on a 1-2 pitch. Slider diving down around his back foot. Pounds this one. Anderson for the first out. So Michael Saunders, we have videotaped evidence, Mike, where your first peep went. Check this out.
I've never seen those before. Must be an American thing.
Okay. So if you've never seen them before, then you never tasted them. Could we, by any chance, get you to open these up and just taste one?
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. You have warned me that they are like a acquired taste. Is that right? Honest opinion?
Honest opinion.
Yeah, it's just like a sugary marshmallow. It's good. You tell me a lot of people don't like them, though.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
It should become a Canadian thing. The kids of Canada should grow up with Peep, because I never did. They're pretty good. Sugar marshmallows.
Langerhans gets an off-speed pitch and sends it back up the middle. So he'll be now the Canadian importer for Peeps. We're looking for a franchise. Langerhans 2 of the 3 hits for the Mariners.
And Ichiro with the other hit started the game off with a bunt base hit. Able to steal second base and moved along by Sean Figgins with a sacrifice bunt. And then a ground out by Bradley scored him.
Ball 1. 2-hit day for Langerhans. decent speed. Let's see what happens here. We get up the middle, a double play down. Down low. Left fielder Willingham, shallow. Same for Coco Crisp in center field. Two note each row. Goes the other way. Base hit. First and second. One out here for the Mariners in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-hit day for each row.
It's a 2-0 fastball away from him. Solid base hit into left field. See his head just stays right down. Never moves. One of the things that you hear people talk about because he's just so unusual with his way he kind of strides out there and moves around. It looks like in the box, but you look at his head when the ball's in the hitting area, he rarely moves.
Dribbler Kuzmanov throws out Figgins. Runners move up with 2 outs. Time now for a Quest high speed pitch. See what Mr. Anderson and Mr. Fisher bring up. They're in the same neighborhood.
Bob Guerin's going out to the mound. Well, at this point, yeah, Milton Bradley has been swinging the bat well lately. He's ground out to second a couple of times. Probably just a reminder that Miguel, who's hitting behind him, struggled a little bit early in the season. Not many pitches for Anderson. We talked about his command. Hasn't been walking many hitters coming into the game. Just 3 batters walked for the season coming into it.
About that, huh?
Malibo has a walk in today's game.
Miguel walked in a 3-2 pitch and struck out swinging on a 3-2 pitch. Miguel Olivo, but Milton Bradley first. Couple of ground outs to second. 12 RBI leader with 11. He's throwing some really good sinking pitches. Guys are just topping crazy.
It's not a break. It's a late breaking slider, and his curveball for me would be the tough one to square up because it's a 12-6 curveball and he throws it hard. It's hard to square that pitch up.
Milton puts a charge into it down the line, but it goes foul.
Another slider in on him. I haven't seen a fastball in this at bat.
Milton's numbers that are on the right hand side. His 2 home runs have come left-handed. 0-2 from Anderson. Off the plate. One and 2. Anderson 7-6 last year, 11-11 in 09. One of the bright young left-handers in the league and in all of Major League Baseball. 2-2, 2 out, 2 on. Popped it up. Short center field. Chris coming in, and he takes command. And the Mariners are turned away here in the 5th. They get runners to second and third, leave them stranded. 5 LOBs on the day. 1-1 is the score. This homestand concludes today. Travel day tomorrow. 3 games Detroit, 3 games Boston. Next time the Mariners come home, it'll be May 3rd, a Tuesday. 3 games against Texas, followed by the White Sox coming in for 3. Here's Matsui to lead it off. Down the line, foul. He's hit a lot of foul balls hard today. Down the line. Matsui, Ellison, Powell here in the 6th. Matsui drove in the A's run in the 1st. Mariners matched it in the bottom of the 1st. Milton Bradley, an RBI ground out. Down the line, foul the other side. Front row seats. Rub the gloves. Good thought. 0-2 to Matsui. Pfister struck out 4, walked 1. He's hit Josh Willingham twice. Giving up a run on 4 hits, same that Anderson's done. A run on 4 hits for the Mariners. A's leave here and go down to play the Angels in Anaheim. Texas leading Kansas City 8-4. That's in the bottom of the 8th in Texas. 1-2. And Boston 6-0 at the Angels. That's in the top of the 7th.
See all the pitches to Matsui. He's really mixing things up with him, starting him off with a breaking ball and then a changeup away, and now he's throwing some fastballs, including that cutter.
1-2. Off the fish. Got a piece of Olivo.
See the speeds, changing speeds on him, moving the ball around. 2 pitches at 85. Those are cutters in on his hands.
Trying to put Matsui away. 1-2. Foul ball again. 6 foul balls this at bat. Hope you're enjoying your Easter Sunday. Glad you're spending it with us here on Root Sports. Rangers trying to get this win to go 3-1 against the A's in the series. Pitch to Matsui, bounced up there. And understandably so. Doug trying to be very careful with Matsui. Still got a lot of thunder in his bat. It's a battle of wills.
Yeah, he's trying to put him away, just can't do it. Now he's up to 95 pitches.
Matsui's had more than his share. Two and 2. 3-2 now. This has been one heck of an at bat. Mark Ellis on deck. Pitch number 10. Matsui sends it down the line, slicing away, and foul.
Dug one with a 3-2 changeup at 84 miles an hour. 11th pitch coming up.
I look at the old chart here. That's easily the game high in terms of pitches seen by an Athletic today. 3-2. And he walked. Second walk issued by Pfister. Lead off here in the 6th. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners.
It's like Aaron Lappy and David Fawley going to get loose in the Mariner pen. 98 pitches now for Doug.
Mark Ellis, he and Ryan O'Nora not seeing the same thing on his outside pitches. Mark didn't like that one. Mark struck out looking first time, swinging the second time, as you see the bullpen. See if they stay out that way. 0-1. Pulled it down to Figgins, backhand, but foul.
First inning, 23 pitches for him.
0-2 to Ellis. Ryan backhand gets it to Wilson. Try for 2. No. Gets away, but Ellis not looking to advance. Backing up Miguel Olivo. And Kennedy retrieving. Nice shot by Miguel, hustling down the line.
Nice play by Brendan Ryan. Took another look at it. Looks like it was going to the hole. Backhanded stab. Get rid of it quickly. An accurate throw.
Kennedy tried to pick it. I don't think it would have got him anyway.
No, I don't think so.
Nice effort all around. One out. Ellis at first. Now Landon Powell, the switch hitting catcher. Powell strikeout and lined out to Kennedy at first base. Field at double play depth. Mariners have scored coming into today's game 76 runs, 11th in the American League. The A's are run behind. They're 12th in the league. A 1-1 game. Pfister gave up a run on 3 hits in the first 2 innings. No runs on 1 hit since then. Tuno. Back with a strike. Oh, foul. 2-2. Doug Pfister, 27-year-old right-hander, his 44th big league appearance and his 43rd start. Big Landon Powell, 6'3", 265. Strike 3 call.
Well located fastball started in off the plate and running back on the inside corner. Powell hanging out there, probably looking for the changeup. And a well located fastball from Doug Pfister.
Gave up on it. Good job by Doug. 5 strikeouts. All at the bottom half of the order. First 4 guys, nobody struck out there, but from 5 through 7. That's where he has all his Ks. Matsui once, Ellis twice, and Powell twice.
Doug right now 107 on his pitch count. 110 is his season high, which was in his last outing against the Tigers.
Here's Kuzminov. Infield hit, stolen base, and a walk. Tune-up. Pfister in his last outing, career best, 7 strikeouts. We'll get down to Ryan. He'll throw over to first. Retires Kuzminov. And the A's 6th inning is done. Doug Pfister and Brett Anderson, they're locked up 1-1 here at Safeco Field.
The 1-1 Mariners and A's heading into the bottom of the 6th. Tom Glasgow with you from the Northwest Ford Sports Desk as we check in on the champions of the American League, the Texas Rangers, at home in Arlington, looking for a sweep of their 3-game series against the Royals in the 4th. Former Mariner Adrian Beltre goes distance for the 7th time this season, and in the bottom of the 8th, it's Texas 8, Kansas City 4. Let's send it back to David Mike.
Thanks, Tom. Miguel Olivo leads it off here in the home 6th. Kennedy and Ryan to follow. There are a lot of candidates, but I would put him at the top of the list as a young man who's highly desirous to get hot, getting base hits. Miguel Olivo.
I would agree. And he, you know, again, it's the same thing. You go through a period where, quite frankly, you just don't swing well. And then you get to that stretch where you're swinging well, hitting some balls hard and can't get any hits. And that's when you get frustrated by it. So he just needs to hang in there. He's been around long enough now. He knows how it works. It's not fun, but you just grind your way through it.
2-2. All right, what's Anderson? Struck out 4. That slider to right-handers has been pretty doggone good. Let's see what he comes back with here. 3-2. To center field. He hit it hard. Coco Chris. Wow, what a catch. Oh, man. Miggy again gets robbed. You can't hit it any better than that. Coco Chris ran it down. And a slow walk back to the dugout again for Olivo. Comes back empty-handed. Goodness gracious. Tremendous catch by Chris.
And it won't get any more frustrating for Miguel Olivo than this one. He hits this right on the button. It is a screaming line drive out to the gap in center field. Nice swing, stayed behind it nicely, really hit it hard. But we talked about Chris coming into the series when he's healthy. He can go get it with the best of them. He paid a price for it. That shoulder slams into the wall, but nice concentration to hold on to it.
Thank God for padded walls. That still hurt,
Yeah.
but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
That's twice in the series. Olivo has just absolutely crushed the ball, and he's got an 8 for it. And 2 to Adam Kennedy, who struck out looking. Bounced the third. Anderson's in a heck of a rhythm here. If Junior were here, he'd probably put the police yellow tape around that. CSI style, and now they're going to call Kennedy out. He can't believe it. 2 outs.
You see if he ended up swinging at it or not. And Rappiano, the third base umpire, ended up bringing him up, saying he did.
5th strikeout for Anderson. Strike 1. Nice to see Ryan back out of the box because Anderson was up there having a catch. Get it, throw it, get it, throw it. They had a lot of ground balls like that. Pennington throws out Ryan. Olivo drives one deep to center field. Coco Chris runs it down. The frustration of Miguel Olivo continues here. 6 in the books. It's a 1-1 game. You want to talk about an exhibition of good pitching? We take you back to the 5th inning here at Safeco Field. Coco Crisp on a 2-1 pitch. He can run, and he steams into third with the triple to Doug Fister. All he does is get Barton to ground out. He pops up to Jesus. And Josh Willingham, whom he had hit twice, flies out to center. That's getting out of trouble.
That is getting out of trouble. Not often that you can leave that runner standing over there, especially with a runner that has the speed of Coco Crisp.
Doug Fister's day is done. He did well through 6. 4-hit, 1-run ball, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. And how many runs have the Mariners scored for Doug in his 5 starts now?
5 starts this year. They've scored a grand total of 3 runs. Take a look at the numbers for Aaron Lappy. Opponents averaged .211 against him, 10 2/3 innings. Nice ERA at 0.84.
Pennington, 9-hole hitting shortstop, lead it off, then to the top of the order, Chris, and then Barton.
That's 3 runs while he was on the mound in his 5 starts.
So we know that has been an issue with Mariner pitchers. Throw up some good numbers, not getting a lot of run support. 1-1. Kennedy knocks it down. It's going to be a base hit for Pennington. Ball was really hit hard.
Pennington, the switch hitter, turns around from the right side. You can see Kennedy off the line. Make a diving try. Goes off the thumb of his glove. Pennington's speed. No chance. Wouldn't be surprised Bob Guerin decides to put the game in motion here. You have Chris, he can bunt or hit and run. Pennington can certainly steal a base.
He's set up nicely to get that done. Bunt and
That's
a good
one. Tough one. Nice play. Wow.
Adam Kennedy with another sparkling defensive play. Well done.
Really nice play. You don't see many first basemen that are going to get to this first of all. And then the barehanded grab. Not wasting any time. Nice throw. Made it look easy. That's a tough play. And what if he doesn't come up with that? You have all kinds of problems, Chris. Nobody's going to beat him at first base. That's a big time play, but now we still have the issue of him at first. I doubt he'll wait around very long before he tries to steal it.
Very high percentage he's going to make a run at this at some point. Barton, a left-hand hitter up there. No, Laffey's a left-handed pitcher. Barton unleashes. Strike one. Derek is 0 for 3. Two. Martin didn't seem to like that one. 0-2. Laffey's way ahead here. With Coco Crisp at first. A run on 5 hits for Oakland. A run on 4 hits for the Mariners. The 0-2. Two from Laffey. High fly ball popped up, I should say. Looked like it was a better carry there as Jack Wilson puts it away. 2 down. Celebrate Mother's Day at Safeco Field Sunday, May 8th. First 10,000 women. They receive a great pair of Mariners earrings courtesy of Trader Joe's. Get your tickets. See the Mariners and the White Sox Sunday, May 8th. You go to mariners.com.
Pinch hitter.
That is an Easter bonnet, to be sure. Connor Jackson going to pinch hit now for De Jesus, who's 0 for 3. Jackson, right-hand hitter, batting for the lefty, David De Jesus. Two down here in the top of the 7th. Chris looked like he was going to go. Which Ferry's going to win? Strike 2. Laffey pounding that strike zone. Laffey pitched. Inning and 2/3 of scoreless ball on Friday night. The Mariners defeated the A's by a count of 4-0. Runner goes. Foul off. It's like the one on the left by a nose. Two outs here in the top of the 7th. Hill 2 from Laffey. Breaking ball, broken bat, seeing eye jab up the middle. Crisp in the high gear going to third. And the A's have runners at the corners.
Aaron Laffey made some good pitches. He's able to work ahead of Connor Jackson, breaks his bat. Jackson forces it up the middle. Even at Brendan Ryan, the only thing he's going to do is keep Coco Crisp at second base. Nice try. Puts Carl Willis.
Hey fans, all the signs point towards riding Sound Transit and saving a ton of money and gas and parking. Visit soundtransit.org for details. Let's see the sun starting to fend off some of the clouds here. Good look at beautiful Seattle skyline. Temperature's not bad, mid-50s.
No.
Not bad at all. Josh Willingham, he started the day 1 for 3 career against Doug Fister. What happens his first 2 at bats, he gets hit by a pitch. Third time up, he flies to center. And now here he is with 2 on, 2 out. Ball 1. Willingham in the driver's seat right now, 2-0.
The other night we were talking about pitchers getting in good fielding position after they throw the ball. Laffey does a pretty nice job of it. It looks like he's ready to go.
Hit hard by Figgins down the corner. Chris will score. Connor Jackson the third. They're waving him in. He's going to score, and holding at second with a 2-run double. There's Josh Willingham, and the A's have a 3-1 lead. Got ahead in the count. Jumped all over that pitch.
Rips it right down the third baseline inside the bag. Figgins diving for it out of his reach. Just misses that corner. Would have made a difference if he catches the corner there. I don't think there's any way that Connor Jackson scores from first.
Here's Matsui. 16,530 witnessing today's ball game. Pitch at bat for Matsui last time up. He walked. He's also delivered an RBI single, and he's been struck out. Mariners now trail. Second time tonight they've trailed. This afternoon, 0-2, Matsui. puts it in play. Ryan throws over to Kennedy. That'll do it. Damage done by Willingham. A big 2-out 2-run double. 3-1 Athletics.
Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Savings Bank. Visit sterlingsavingsbank.com. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 50% or more on car insurance. Let's connect with Jen Mueller. Jen?
In the stands here just above home plate, I've got a group of guys right here with the sign. Now, tell me the name of your baseball team.
The A's.
They're the A's, but I've already got it on good authority that they're actually Mariners fans. Are the Mariners going to come back and win this one, guys?
Yeah!
And there you have it, guys. As if you needed any other good feelings going towards that one.
All right, Jen, thank you very much. Thanks to the A's, who are really Mariner fans up in the stands right above us. Mariners do have some work here. Connor Jackson takes over in right field for David DeJesus. He pinch hit for him. Delivered a base hit in the top half of this inning. How about Brett Anderson? He struck out 5, walked 1, giving up a run on 4 hits. Quite an afternoon. Another in a series of for one of the top left-handers in the game. Came into today's game 21 strikeouts and 3 walks.
And his pitch count is in good shape, so he's not going anywhere at 85 pitches.
Saunders, Wilson, and Langerhans, bottom third of the order here for the Mariners in the bottom of the 7th. Kuzminoff up on the grass at third for Saunders, who looks at strike 1. Mike has grounded out twice today. Third base and a shortstop. Oh, 0-2. Anderson gave up first inning run. Ichiro laid down a bunt, stole second, sacrificed the third. Figgins, make that Bradley brought him in with an infield out.
Nobody there.
Base hit. Pitcher, tardy, and it cost him. Saunders with a base hit.
It's another one of those choppers. It's to me like if Martin lets that go, Ellis picks it up and it's easy. And with Anderson falling off towards the third baseline, even if he had taken off right away, I think Saunders beats him in a foot race. And let's have a little bit of action here in the 7th.
So Saunders, powered by a peep, is aboard.
Why not?
Bunt shown by Jack Wilson. Ball 1.
Jack looked like he was going to try to push that out towards second base. Third baseman Kuzminoff guarding the line, and he's playing in.
Anderson getting it done today.
Well, again, his pitch count's in good shape. Just 89 pitches for him.
6'4", 233. Born in Midland, Texas. South of the back roads in Oklahoma, in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Came over from the Diamondbacks with Dana Evelyn, Greg Smith, a couple of pitchers. Infielder Chris Carter, outfielder Aaron Cunningham, and Carlos Gonzalez with Dan Herron and Connor Robertson. December of 07. Two and one to Jack Wilson. Two and two. Jack fights that off nicely. Do it again, 2-2.
It's interesting to look at the splits. 92 pitches, 52% of them off-speed pitches. Yeah, that has a good fastball. He's thrown a lot of breaking balls today. A variety of them. Sliders, hard sliders, and taking a little bit off and a big curve.
Bounce down to Kuzminoff. Throw across. Martin can't make the play. Saunders got the second. Will get the third easily. It's into the stands. And Saunders, he'll hold at third. Jack Wilson at second.
Saw a little bit of this when we were in Oakland to start the season.
E5, Kuzminoff is fifth.
Gets over in good shape. It's just a two-hopper to his backhand side. He has a strong arm, but throws a sinker, and Martin can't come up with it. Mariners catch a break.
Ryan Langerhand's having a terrific day. 2 for 2. 2 singles to center. Has a chance to tie it up. Base hit here. Ball one to right. Infield hit, and error by the third baseman. Advantage Langerhand's at 2-0. Make it 3-0. He throws on deck. He's 2 for 3 today. Got a base hit to left his last time up. Grant Balfour, hard throwing Australian, who was in last night. Close out a 9-1 A's victory. 3-0 to Langerhans. Takes a strike. Saunders and Wilson take their leads. Chance to get to Brett Anderson here. 3-1. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's Johnny going this short 6-game road trip on a big uptick. Going to get 3 out of 4 from the A's. The 3-2 to Langerhans. Bouncing ball down to Barton. A run will score. Langerhans is retired. Wilson to third. It's a 3-2. Athletics lead. RBI for the Langerhans.
Good productive at bat. Not only does he get the runner in, but he also moves Wilson up to third with 1 out, so each row will have a chance to drive him in without a hit. Ron Romanek looks like he'll come out and have a conversation. Figgins on deck.
Langerhans with the RBI at 6th of the year. During select Mariner home games this season, you can tickets a $5 per seat per game and enjoy $2 hot dogs and special Mariners team store discounts. The next value night at Safeco Field is Tuesday, May 3rd, when the Mariners come on home and they'll be facing the Texas Rangers. Get your tickets by going to mariners.com/specials. Texas, an 8-7 winner over Kansas City. And Boston leading at the Angels 7-0 in the 8th. Base hit will tie it here. 7th inning action for the Mariners. Infield coming in close to cut off this run. In tight to Ichiro. Hello. 2 for 3 days. Stolen base and a run scored for Ichiro. Good fastball. 1-1. I think he's going to stay in tight on Ichiro here. 1 out. Popped up short center field. May not be deep enough. Crisp catches and Wilson will hold. 1 hop air mail. 2 outs. You'll leave it up to Figgins. He's got to sacrifice in a couple infield groundouts.
Chris, the reason why they don't try it is because he does a nice job of staying behind. It has some momentum coming into it. Not a strong throwing arm. It was an accurate throw to home, though, and it just wasn't deep enough from Ichiro. Sometimes you might take a chance. The outfielder gets lazy just because it's a shallow fly. Maybe you think, well, I won't try it if he's standing there flat-footed.
Mariners ended today, Mike. You're familiar with these numbers. 148 batting average, runner in scoring position, 2 outs.
Sad to say that I am familiar with it.
And a line foul. 1-2.
See if Sean can bring that average up with a base hit right here.
Come on, Figgins, get a hit, baby. Get a hit, Figgins.
Big gap in left center, the 0-2. Strike 3 called. So they get a run to make it a 3-2 ball game against the always tough Brett Anderson. Good looking collection, 3-2 ball game as we are about to begin the 8th inning. And how good has Brett Anderson been this afternoon? Very impressive, this left-hander from Stillwater, Oklahoma. He has dropped in 6 strikeouts, 2 looking. Okay, You got Miguel Olivo there. Sean Figgins looking to end the 7th. That was about as big a K as there was. The tying run was at third base. And that's what Brett Anderson has done to this point. He is impressive.
Yeah, and I don't see anybody up in the A's pen, so he may come out and pitch the 8th also.
Jamie Wright takes over on the mound for the Mariners. Doug Fister started, went 6 innings, 4 hits, a run. It was earned, 2 walks and 5 Ks. Laffey an inning, 3 hits, 2 runs, and now Jamie Wright. Big 2-out, 2-run double in the 7th by Willingham. Keeps the A's on top. Mark Ellis leads off. Ellis, Powell, and Kuzminov 6, 7, and 8. Quick going 2. Jamie Wright's been sensational. Did give up a couple of hits, walking a strikeout on Friday night. 4-0 win by the Mariners. There's one for Michael Pineda running into 3-1. Take a look at the grip of Mr. Wright.
And that looks like a breaking ball. Going to be a slider. Two-seam fastball from Jamie. And we've noticed this year he's just really pounding the strike zone with a heavy sinker. A lot of ground ball outs for Jamie.
Oh for 3 day from Mark Ellis. 1-2. Got him. Jamie Wright is on as good a roll as you've seen in recent time here.
Think with this is his two-seam fastball. Comes off his fingers and he can really sink it. It's heavy. A lot of rotation on that pitch.
Brendan Powell 0 for 3, struck out twice, last time looking. Landon getting a chance to play today. The regular Kurt Suzuki getting a rest.
He earned it after what we saw for the first 3 days.
And 1. Broken bat. Ryan takes care of it. 2 outs. Two outs here in the 8th. First Little League day of the year. It's coming up Saturday, May 7th. Mariners host the White Sox, and all kids 14 and under can add some Mariners artwork to the walls. There's a poster featuring first baseman Justin Smoke. Thank the folks at Pepsi for that. Get your tickets at mariners.com. Fly ball right field for Langerhans. Jamie Wright effective again. Mariners down a run. Bradley, Olivo, and Kennedy. Maybe Olivo, maybe he can get one out of here. He had a deep streamer to center field that took Coco Chris to the wall his last at bat. as the Mariners need to rally here to win this series 3-1. Let's check out our Banner Bank building to the future, shall we? Mike Carp last 5 games on a nice roll at Tacoma. 474, 9 for 19. Runs the doubles. How about 2 home runs and 5 runs knocked in? Congratulations to Mike Carp. Work to do here for the Mariners. Down a run. 8th inning action with Bradley, Olivo, and Kennedy coming up, and they'll have to do it against a hard-throwing Australian right-hander. Good guy, character. Grant Balfour pitched an inning last night, gave up a hit, walked 1, struck out 2.
Throws hard, 8 strikeouts in the 7 1/3 innings that he's pitched in. Mariners have seen him, so they'll be ready to go. The fastball will be 94, 95 miles an hour.
Balfour last night came in and struck out his first hitter, Saunders, gave up a base hit, then a walk. Got Peguero looking and finally got out of it, grounding out Wilson. Milton Bradley, swing left-handed first time here tonight, this afternoon, beg your pardon. Milton, a 241 left-hand hitter, 257 right-handed entering today's game. Beat it out. Alex Barehand just got him 1 out. Nice play.
It's a good idea by Milton. Well executed. Just a nice play by Ellis. Do or die barehanded flip.
A quick 1 out. Here's Olivo. He hit a ball, folks, if you're just joining us. I don't know if he can hit a ball better than he did, and yet come up with absolutely bupkis in the scorebook.
Again, that man right there is the one that robbed him. Coco Crisp ran into the wall.
Talk about hard luck. Look at this. Crushed it.
He thought he had a home run on this, and this gets to the warning track on a cold night. They're hitting a bullet to center field later in that game.
Felt good off the bat, didn't it? Coco runs it down again. Nice catch by Crisp.
Go get it.
1-2 strikes. Two and 2 to Miguel. 1 out, nobody on. Adam Kennedy to follow. Well, it was 3 and 2. Miguel his last time up. That was in the 6th. He's gone 3 and 2 in every plate appearance today.
Outfielders are playing on the warning track, so
yeah, really. 3-2. And he's aboard. 1 out walk for the Mariners here in the 8th. Down a run. Balfour walking it off. Hey, when you're traveling outside the Northwest this season, take the Mariners with you wherever you go. Subscribe to MLB.TV today. You'll see every Mariners game live or on demand on your computer or your favorite devices. Now visit Mariners.com to order. Get more details. MLB.TV, baseball everywhere. Every time I read that promo and I have it on my iPhone, I said, would I have gotten out of high school if I'd had this back in the day? Because I've been watching baseball all the time.
That's a good point.
Right.
Well, now you get paid to watch it, so good
exactly.
for you.
Yeah, it's a victory. There's a strike. I mean, I'm thinking about back in the 60s and I'm going up. Hey, Mr. Koufax is pitching today. Hey, I'll be staying up a little late here tonight. Sorry to get my homework done, but Sandy looked good last night.
Yeah, your teacher probably agreed with you.
Not all of the Sisters of St. Joseph's would have. Many, but not all. 1-1.
Well, Adams been hot. He's hit a couple of home runs on the homestand. This would be a good time for it. And I'll tell you this, if he hits it over one of the outfielders' heads, that's a good thing because it'll be a 2-run homer. That's about as deep as I've seen some guys play, taking away the double here late in the ball game.
Two one. Favorable count for Mr. Kennedy as Brendan Ryan awaits. He's 0 for 2 hit by a pitch. Brandon League preparing to throw the ninth. Brett Anderson was outstanding. 7 innings, a 5-hit, 2-run ball, 1 earned run, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. To Kennedy. Hit it hard down the line. Foul. Don't spill his fries. Easy call for Ed Hickox down at first. Kennedy has been the man offensively for the Mariners the last few days. See if he can come through again. 3-2. That's Olivo at first and a 1-run A's lead. Runner goes and the ball's hit the center field. Crisp is there and Olivo will have to get back. 2 outs. See what Ryan can do. He struck out, was hit by a pitch, and grounded to short. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th. No doubt a response from starter Brett Anderson after Josh Willingham was twice hit by Doug Fister. Here comes pitching coach Ron Romanek. Romanek, 3 years bullpen coach, and he was down in the minor league system, so he knows this staff. A lot of these young guys have come over. Of course, Balfour came over from Tampa Bay after last season. He's been very instrumental in the development of a lot of these youngsters on the staff. Veteran Ryan Fuentes is up and throwing. Mariner fans, the Root Sports Facebook and Twitter pages, they are up and running. We want to connect with you. Make sure you find us on Facebook at Root Sports NW. And follow us on Twitter at @RootSports_NW. Mariners trying to get the Grant Balfour 2 outs. Runner at first. Ball 1 to Ryan. Have left 6 men on through 7 innings. Athletics 7 through 8. Ball and 2 strikes.
Fastball's one right in the middle of the plate. The last one was in on his hands. The slider.
1-2. Finds a hole. Base hit. Olivo will go to third. Mariners continue this 8th inning. Tying run at third. Lead run at first for Michael Saunders. Good job by Ryan finding the hole right side on a 1-2 pitch.
He gets the slider away from him, trying to put the ball in play, and finds a hole on the right side of the infield. Olivo, as soon as he gets past the second baseman, he's going to third.
Saunders last night was the first hitter faced by Balfour, and Grant struck him out on 3 pitches.
Climbed the ladder on him. Some fastballs.
Here you go, Mariners again.
And here comes Bob Guerin.
Runners in scoring position. 2 outs. Guerin's going to make a change. He's going to bring in Brian Fuentes, the veteran left-hander who for a few years is one of the premier closers in baseball. Brian Fuentes against Michael Saunders when we come back.
The M's next head to Detroit. The Tigers hosting Chicago today in the 6th. The Tigers scored 2 thanks in part to a double by Austin Jackson. That brings home Brandon Inge. Detroit goes on to get the 3-0 victory to sweep that 3-game series. Let's rejoin Dave and Mike.
Thank you, Tom. A move and a counter move. Brian Fuentes comes in. There's his profile on the season.
Opponent's average is 182. 5 walks, though. We've seen that before in the past when he was with the Angels. Getting wild at times.
The counter move. Eric Wedge goes to switch hitter. Luis Rodriguez to pinch hit for Michael Saunders. Rodriguez hitting .207. 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. A hero of that Monday night win a couple of weeks ago. On the 11th of April against the Blue Jays when the Mariners were down 7-0, and they got a big 2-run double to win it in the 9th. Tying run at third. First pitch from Fuentes. Strike 1. Luis with Charlotte last year. His manager, Chris Chambliss, now the Mariners hitting coach. Fuentes, a very unique style, Mike.
You don't see it. Just kind of cocks his arm back. There's a pause and fires it home. At one point, he was 93, 94 miles an hour, which was amazing. Take a look at him. He just set his arm back, almost like he's throwing darts.
1-1 to Rodriguez. Fouled right below Landon Powell. 1-2.
You can see his fastball grip. It's a 4-seam fastball. It's basically playing catch. Last fastball at 90 miles an hour.
35-year-old Brian Fuentes, Merced, California, same neck of the woods It's Doug Fister, who started tonight for the Mariners. 6 solid innings from Doug. 4 hits, 1 run that was earned, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. 1-2 to Rodriguez. In tight, 2-2. Saunders, they lifted him for Rodriguez. Oh, he's got a 2-2 count. Tying run at third, lead run at first. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Struck him out, inning over. To the 9th we go. Mariners strand 2 and still looking for a 2-out base hit. The 1-run game, 3-2 Oakland. Out of town with a split. Make sure you sign up for Root Sports Red Alerts and be part of the Red Alert Sweepstakes. It's on now through April 26th. All you have to do is text FAN to 95323 for your chance to win. Head to rootsports.com for complete rules and information. Jamie Wright will stay out there for inning number 9. A couple of changes. Carlos Peguero moves into right field. Moving from right field to center field is Ryan Langerhans. That with Saunders being pinch hit for by Rodriguez in the 8th. 9-1-2 here for the A's. Pennington, Crisp, and Barton. Jamie Wright, Mr. 1-2-3-8. Infield hit for Pennington on his ledger, 1 for 3 today. Back with another strike. Jamie Wright, he's the 3rd pitcher used today by Eric Wedge. 1-2 here to Pennington. Ground ball, second base, Jack Wilson. Goes to Kennedy. Top of the order, Coco Crisp. Tell you what, this guy, he goes 0 for 8 the first 2 games, and he has impacted the last 2 games. He goes 3 for 5 last night, 2 runs knocked in and a run scored today. He's got a base hit and run scored, a triple, and a couple of fabulous catches. you watch. Text at 95323. Give us your thoughts on your favorite Easter candy. One to Crisp. Stinging line drive to left field.
Well, they'll have to work hard to keep him at first.
3-hit day.
Back-to-back 3-hit days after shutting him down in the first 2 games.
Go 0 for 8, come back for 6 for 10. That'll work.
Somebody said it, and I don't remember who, but speed doesn't go in a slump, and I
Amen.
believe it.
Oh, that's one of the great truisms in pretty much any sport. Golf not included. Barton 0 for 4 today. I mean, how many stories have you heard old timers talk about, some of the greats, Mays and people like that, and win a game 1-0. You probably were in some games with Ricky Henderson where he affected the game with his speed.
Many times.
Stole a couple of,
times.
Get a couple of wins, right?
Yeah, a lot of times it starts with he works a walk and you don't think much of it. Next thing you know, he's at third and you win a ball game.
Had him leaning. Oh, that was close. Had him leaning.
Yeah, he was definitely going. Look at the tag by Adam Kennedy. Was able to get his hand back in there.
The stolen base is certainly in order here. Tied atop the American League with Sam Fuld. Ichiro up there as well. Three runs, 8 hits, an error for the Athletics. Left 7 men on. 2-6-0 for the Mariners, and they've left 7 on. One and 0. Make that 1-0. Takes a strike. Chris is bluffed a couple of times. I'm surprised if he does not go. A 1-1 count, 1 out, 1 on. Goes. Throw by Olivo. Good throw. Good tag. Crisp outran it. Eighth stolen base for Coco Crisp.
Outran it is right, because you can see nice jump, but the separation from where he was from the bag, and when Olivo had time to make a strong throw, which he does, I thought they had a chance. I mean, you can see how quickly that dive he was able to get into second base.
2-1.
Come on, Jamie. Come on now. Lay down. Let's go, Jamie.
Chris, perfect. 8 for 8 in base stealing.
Lay down now.
Can't get it. Crisp had to make sure it's not caught. Langer hands up with the throw, and it's cut off. Making a huge turn at first was Barton, but the cutoff man was Kennedy. No way they could get him.
Ringing line drive. Crisp had to wait to see if Jack was going to come up. A nice try. He can afford to take a big lead. Nobody at first base with Adam Kennedy being the cutoff.
Here comes the manager Eric Wedge. Scheduled to hit for the A's. Right-hand hitter Connor Jackson. And They're going to go to Brendan Lee. 1 out, 2 on here in the ninth, trying to hold it to a 1-run A's lead. Have 1 out, runners at the corners, and we can tell you about the next matchup day after tomorrow, travel day. Phil Koch and Felix Hernandez will get after it. First of 3 in Detroit, then on to Boston. And here's a surprise, Mike. Red Sox are starting to put it together.
You knew it was going to be a matter of time, right?
You know it, boy, I tell you. They go 2-9 to start. They entered today 9-11. They were winning at, last time we checked, winning at the Angels. So League's charge, and he's accepted it. He's going to throw a double play ball and get out of the inning here. Ball 1 to counter Jackson. He entered the game as a pinch hitter for De Jesus in the 7th and delivered a broken bat single to center field. Later scored on the 2-out, 2-run double by Josh Willingham. 1 out, runners at the corners. Defense about halfway in on the infield. Now League is behind 2-0. League pitched 2/3 of an inning. Got the save on Friday night. Mariners won it 4-0. Took the first game 1-0 and hammered last night 9-1. Bouncing ball failed right under his glove. Run scores. The side saddled it and paid for it. He gets by him for an E5 and a run on the board for the Athletics. An insurance tally. It's now 4-2 Oakland.
I've been there. You're playing up a little bit, and it looks like the ball hits right on the cut of the grass and goes flat on Sean. Let's take a look at it. You can see he's expecting that bigger hop, and the ball goes flat on him. Coco Crisp, we were talking about keeping him off the bases. He scored 3 runs now in this game today.
Third error for Figgins. Here's Willingham. Doubled down the left field line his last time up. One out, a run in. Runners at first and second. 9th hit of the afternoon for the A's. Strike 1 to Josh Willingham. League's done a nice job. 5 for 5 as the Mariners await the return of the DA, David Archman. Hopefully he'll be back in the next couple of weeks, if not sooner. Well struck left field. Bradley on the hop. That's a base hit. Here's a throw home. It is late. Scoring Barton easy. RBI Willingham, his third of the day. It's now 5-2 Oakland.
And he gets a fastball middle in. Hits it hard. Milton thought he had a chance. Ends up getting a short hop. Keeps it in front of him.
Scoring on the plate, Derek Barton. Now you bring up Matsui. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Matsui with an RBI single in the first. That was the first run of the ballgame. Since then, he struck out, walked, and grounded out to short. A's 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 9th, and there's only 1 out here in the 9th inning. Strike one. Ooh, that gets through. Wild pitch. Runners second and third now with 1 out. Levo had no chance. Tells your story there, and there's only 1 out. Put Olivo on. Markellis, right-hand hitter, the second baseman, is next. I want to go percentages. Righty on righty, but we have seen Markellis come up with a lot of timely hits.
He's a good fastball hitter. Brandon, his fastball is above average. He's 95 to 97 miles an hour with his fastball.
Intentional walk loads him up with 1 out, 2 runs in. Ellis will be the 7th hitter coming to the plate here for Oakland. Tough go here. Chris Ray's now throwing. Ellis hurt the Mariners back in game 3 of the season. He had a 3 RBI day.
Good fastball, 96 in on his hands.
League needs it. A 1-hop comeback or go 1-2-3 double play. Ellis has struck out 3 times, looking, swinging, and swinging. Also reached on fielder's choice. One and one. Big pitch at 1-1. Bases loaded. 1 out. To right field, Peguero will see his arm. Shallow right field. Runner will hold. 2 outs. Now Landon Powell. 0 for 4 day. He's the 8th man coming to the plate here in the 9th. Inning started for Jamie Wright with a harmless ground out. Pennington to Jack Wilson, then a base hit by Crisp. He stole second. Moved to third on a Barton single. An E5 RBI and intentional walk. And now a pop-up. Short right field. 5-2 A's.
And Brandon's secondary pitch is his split, so Lee will have to be on his toes, keep it in front of him if he decides to throw one of them.
1-1. Connor Jackson at third, Willingham at second, and Matsui at first.
This would be a good time for it. There we go. 3 fastballs, all of them 96 miles an hour to Powell.
Bases are loaded. 2 outs, 1 and 2 to Powell. 2-2.
Came back with the split, just missed badly with it.
Deuce is wild here with the bases loaded. High fly ball, right field for Pregame. Back it up, and he's there. Couple of runs on the board. Work to do. Bottom 9 coming up. Mariners down 3. And they're going to send up Wilson, Langer, Hands, and Ichiro. Bottom of the 9th, Mariners need some runs, and if they can win this ball game, it'll give them the series 3-1. And they have struggled this afternoon, coming up with some big hits. There's an error by Figgins in the 9th. Aided and abetted the cause of the Oakland Athletics, and then Josh Willingham has had an outstanding day, driving in 3 of the 5 runs. Jack Wilson will lead it off. Jack a strikeout. Bounce back to the pitcher and reached on an error 5. Mariners 0 for 8 runners in scoring position this afternoon. 0 for 8. They've left 8 men on. Fuentes continues as he came in and got the final out of the 8th inning, striking out Rodriguez to end a 2-on-2 out threat. Back with the strike, 2-1. Really took off. 2-2. Strike three, right into the glove of Powell. Back-to-back strikeouts for Fuentes. One out here in the ninth. Bring of Brian Langerhans started the day in right field, moved over in center field in the ninth inning. Good day for him. 2 hits and an RBI. Strike one. Langerhans, 3 home runs, leads the Mariner Ball Club at this point. Goes the other way. Foul ball. And Rapuano got a good look at it. Trying to get something done against Brian Fuentes, who started last year with the Angels, 39 games there, then was a late season trade to Minnesota in their playoff push. Prior to that, built up a name for himself in Colorado. Had a cup of coffee here at 0-1 with the Mariners, 10 games, going 1-1. 0-2 to Langerhans.
Not sure, but Ryan looks like maybe he hurt himself the swing before.
Lower back, you think?
I don't know. His left arm's just kind of been hanging there since he walked around a lot after a foul ball. Maybe a bad bone bruise. Wasn't the last one? It was the pitch before that.
0-2. Big breaking ball, swing and a miss. 2 down, 3 consecutive strikeouts. Fuentes and the Mariners are down to the last out. And they get back to the top of the order in Ichiro. Ichiro, a 2-hit day and a stolen base with a run scored. Fuentes not messing around. Hit the all-important strike one.
Those couple of runs that they scored in the 9th inning for him makes things a lot easier.
You know it. And he's ahead 0-2 here in the 9th inning. Two to Ichiro. Almost hitting. Breaking ball didn't turn over. It's a waiting impact that never came.
Know the feeling.
Ball and 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. Killed that bat, and this ball game's over. 5-2 A's. They get a split, lose the first 2, win the last 2. Coco Crisp, outstanding today. 3 hits, 3 runs. You got Josh Willingham. He drove in 3 runs, and another fabulous pitching performance by Brett Anderson.
And for the Mariners, you mentioned it, going out on the road, face the Tigers and the Red Sox. Offensively, they're going to have to get it going. Yeah, the good news, they have Felix going on Tuesday. Hopefully get this thing turned back around.
Got to get some offense going because Detroit can swing the bat, and the Red Sox are getting hot. 5-2 the final. Let's go out to Brad and Dave Valley.
Dave Sims, Mike Blower.